What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. How y'all doing? It's Wednesday. They like to refer to it as hump day. What did I do today? I went to the gym. I ran on the treadmill. Fun. Yeah, got in the sauna. The gym today smelled like a whole mildewed towel. It was just stank in there. I just don't know. Sometimes I walk in the gym and I'm just like, what is happening in here? Like, what? Where did this smell come from? I could not work at a gym. I couldn't. I can't do all them smells. I just can't. But no, that's what I did today. Had Chipotle today for dinner. Hung out with my husband, made him watch another show with me, and yes, that was about it, y'all. Just getting through these days. I don't know. I don't really have any weekend plans. There's a movie I want to see. That movie called Long Legs that they swear is like so scary, but like I almost don't want to go with my husband because he laughs every time I jump, which is so annoying. Like, I can't stand that, but whatever. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Nothing exciting at all, which is perfect. I love a good quiet day. Let's go ahead and hop into this news. These cannibal baby sharks eat their siblings in the womb, and sketches show just how gruesome it can be. I don't want to never see no shark. Massive dinosaur skeleton from Wyoming on display in Denmark after briefly being lost in transit. More Americans say college just isn't worth it. A lot of people are saying that these days. Why some doctors recommend Apple Watches to manage health conditions. Yeah, they want to spy on y'all. Go ahead. Record 3 million passengers. We already talked about that. Arizona man leads authorities to his missing wife's body. At least he told them where she was at. Spanish anti-tourism protesters take aim at Barcelona visitors with water guns. Y'all don't want to get squirted. Y'all better not go over there. Delta Airlines said Tuesday it has entered into a partnership with startup Ryder Air with goal of opening flights between the United States and Saudi Arabia. Sounds like a scary movie waiting to happen. A grandmother died on Sunday, months after she received combined mechanical heart pump and gene-edited pig kidney transplant. Yo, man. I mean, they keep trying with these, and that just makes me think about that Seinfeld episode where Kramer was talking about pig men. Anyway, rest in peace to this lady. Police are investigating the possibility that alcohol and hazing could have involved the unalivement of a Dartmouth college student who was found unalived over the weekend in the Connecticut River. A day after Hurricane Beryl pounded Texas, experts say at Colorado State University that the increased storm forecast was already expected to be an above-average hurricane season. It set the tone. A shark bit a Florida teenager on the leg during a lifeguard training camp Monday morning. My sister was talking about Florida. I'm like, girl, I'm not getting in Florida waters anytime soon. Texas spends millions of dollars every year on pregnancy crisis centers, which try to dissuade women from seeking abortions. The family of a black man who unalived after security guards pinned him on the ground outside of Milwaukee Hospital is calling for criminal charges to be filed against the guards. Real estate and housing in Jackson, Wyoming have become unaffordable to many, even those who would be considered wealthy in most other places. It's causing a stark divide between those who can afford to live there and those who work in town but have been priced out. I don't know what the government's doing about this. That's my question, because this is happening all over America. What the White House and President Biden's doctors, we don't care about that. Keith Holmes Jr. maintained perfect attendance from pre-K to 12th grade, fulfilling a promise to his late father, who passed away in 2018. His dedication extended beyond academics by also completing nearly 5,000 hours of community service. That's amazing, Keith. I hope he gets all the opportunities he wants. The FAA is investigating after two passenger jets were seen flying too close together over Syracuse, New York. Both jets made it to their destination safely. President Biden hosted NATO today in Washington, D.C., which will have a major focus on the war in Ukraine. As questions about the president's health intensified, White House officials released a letter from his physician overnight. Running years behind schedule, Europe's new Ariane rocket blasts off in the maiden flight Tuesday, thundering away from European Space Agency. Yep. Dyson is planning to lay off 1,000 workers in the UK. Okay. Cell phones were checked at the door to prevent leaks as Democratic leaders of Congress held a series of closed-doors meetings on Tuesday to discuss the path forward for President Biden. Yeah, but whose loose lips is going to say something? The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau slapped Fifth Third Bank with a $20 million fine on Tuesday for allegedly forcing auto loan customers to buy unnecessary car insurance policies, in some cases repossessing their vehicles when they defaulted. Not shocking. I think we might be catching up, y'all. Archaeologists in Concord, Massachusetts found 5 musket balls. I only read this because I thought it was meatballs. And say they were fired in 1775. Prescription drug middlemen, also known as pharmacy benefits managers, are lining their pockets by inflating drug prices, including overcharging for cancer patients. What are y'all doing about it? Y'all got all these reports of like everything, but nobody's doing about it. So I guess they're saying that's a deep fake video that falsely claims that the First Lady of Ukraine bought a Bugatti. So she ain't got a Bugatti, because it looked like she had a Bugatti. Gypsy Rose Blanchard announced she's pregnant and expecting her first baby with her boyfriend Ken Urker. Yeah, Gypsy's prego, y'all. I pray she's a good mother. I really pray that. I pray, because like when kids go through stuff with their parents and then they become parents, it's just scary. Watch the moment a teen jumped on a speeding runway boat in New Hampshire and stopped it safely. Cool. Big Lots plans to shut down 3 times more of their stores. I haven't shopped at Big Lots in a long time. It used to be good, but they don't really have no deals in there no more. And if you get any furniture out of there, it's gonna break so fast. Okay, the lady that's missing in Bahamas, the police say they recovered an iPhone that they believe belongs to her, though they admitted Monday they have not as of yet been able to open it and access its contents. So I don't know where this lady, she went on a yoga retreat and she has not been seen since then. Novak, y'all know what that is. Djokovic accused Wimbledon crowd of disrespect on Monday after he said some of the fans booed him during his match. I mean, it happens, man. Especially if you're in America. They gonna boo you. The Navy confirmed that a junior sailor attempted to access President Biden's medical records. What? Where did he get that smart idea from? Researchers in Austria found an ancient relic depicting the story of Moses and the Ten Commandments. Depicting it? They not the real ones. A mummified body of a missing American climber found 22 years after he vanished in Peru. Credit scores used to gauge a person's ability to fulfill their financial commitments can also be an early warning sign of cognitive decline. If you got a good credit score, yes, your cognitive decline is imminent. Because you've worked very hard and it's probably stressed you out. Alright, y'all, it's a lot of news today. Dollywood recently unveiled the latest attraction, Dolly Parton Experience, celebrating the life and career of Dolly. Alright, I think we finally caught up, y'all. I just kept reading and it just kept going, but I think we might be finally caught up. Let's see what I liked on here today. I don't know why this video is so funny to me, y'all. What's going on here? That dog, like, his face is just perfect, but it's just, I can't. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Let's see what this lady talking about.
I had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%. He said 40%. And it's usually, it's two scenarios. It's where the person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on a deathbed and makes a confession. Or they need they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type, there's no way that can actually be the father. So then they find out that because of medical reasons, you mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out from that way. He said it took such a toll on him that he could no longer do it because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children who these women falsely accuse. You see it on.
I mean, y'all should get it. I do agree, men should get DNA tests when their kids are born. I mean, back in the day, you thought, like, that was like, what do you mean? But it happens more often than not that baby don't look like me. Swab that baby mouth. Swab the baby mouth. Swab the daddy mouth. That used to be a song. That baby don't look like me. There's the pictures of Gypsy Rose being preggers. This is so funny, and this is like the skit of these women being deep, and it just cracks me up.
Because if it involves running, it doesn't involve me. I won't be there.
They like say all these things where they think it's so deep, and they're like, literally funny. So this is a professional dog trainer gone wrong, and he had a pew-pew in his hand, and the little boy, it was just a mess. The whole thing was chaotic. I just don't even know. He has a good plan. I felt like he was going somewhere with it, but yeah, that didn't end well. Alright, y'all. I did it backwards, but let's see what's on this here. Marco Rubio Warren's Kamala Harris aims to ban plastics and straws. We don't want paper straws in America. The list of things that are so unimportant after all that stuff I just read is just crazy to me. Jay-Z rocks a $4.2 million Rolex. Yeah, just sickening. That's how poor we are, y'all. Kanye West is retiring from music. Is he gonna stay retired? He say he retiring every year. Megan Good says friends warned her to steer clear of Jonathan Majors. I hope they work out because Megan seemed like she really likes this dude. I hope he's the man. She didn't stuck beside him. So Angela Simmons has she has these Angela cakes, which she's teaming up with Slutty Vegan to make fried Oreos, which I'm sure they'll be somewhat healthy, I guess. And people just come for Angela. I mean, Angela is a rich kid. She a decent girl. She's a smart girl. I think, she's made some fashion mistakes that people don't like, but people just really can't stand Angela. I don't know if it's because she's rich or what. Being famous is just that you're gonna get criticized, but Angela keep her bag. Y'all can't get mad at that. Fans mourn Cartoon Network, but rest in peace Cartoon Network. But is it really shutting down? I saw that yesterday and I didn't know if it is. They said despite the panic, there's no evidence that the network is actually shutting down. I think people just don't watch it because everything's split up in apps now, man. You can't even find stuff no more. Yeah. I think everything else This man was arrested after a woman's body is found in a sleeping bag on the New York City sidewalk, and man, them people was going in on him. They was not happy, which as they should, the police were arresting him and people were just coming for him. And shockingly, the police didn't arrest other people because everybody was catching the hands. I don't know, I thought they were going to show the video, but of him getting beat up, but they ain't show it. Alright, y'all. Let's see what TMZ got going on. George Stephanopoulos, Biden can't serve 4 more years. George is saying this? I'm shocked. Missing American climber found, so that was an American climber that I read, found in Peru. Oregon cops 200,000 Lego theft ring bust. Airport mechanic unalived after getting sucked into a Boeing engine, man. I wonder how much they make, man, because I know that's a dangerous job. OSU football coach Mike Gundy talks Ollie Gordon DUI bus. I've probably done that 1,000 times. Coach, I get it, but that's just not something you tell the kids. Like, don't worry about it. I did it 1,000 times. Sharon Stone, so much hate for Kevin Spacey. It's because he's plays for the other team. No, Sharon, I don't think so. I actually stopped liking Kevin Spacey after Call of Duty because he was in this mission and he was like acting like we needed his help, and then in the end Kevin Spacey turned villain and took the guy out. He took my guy out. That's when I stopped liking him. But I do agree he's a good actor, but I don't know. He's actually did some bad things, I've heard. So I think it's a lot worse than that. Alright. Even TMZ is slow today. Nice. Let's get on these Reddit, see what's going on with this. What did you finding out that there was my first real regret as a child is that there was no gold at the end of the rainbow. That just sucks. When you find out there's no hidden treasures or stuff like that, that stuff be sucking. But I know y'all about to get deep, so let's see. When my grandfather passed away, my mom had me send her my grandmother's engagement ring back to her second husband, Sally. She had it for 24 years, so it was a bit of a project, but I did it. When my mom passed away 2 years ago, I found my grandmother's will. The ring was the only thing my grandmother had left for me. I always wondered why she left me out of her will, because we were so close. See, your mom probably thought you didn't need it. Finding out someone passed away when I thought they were just living a great life. How many calories are in a chocolate Costco muffin? The calories in muffins, period, are just... I remember I used to love a cream cheese muffin. Oh my gosh, some things got like 900 calories. And even a shake. Like, you think a shake is just innocent until you see... Once you started finding out the calories and stuff, it was just like... very sad. I inherited my wife's late uncle's computer. Let's just say I had to delete a lot of unsavory porn that I'll never tell my wife about. That's why you gotta clean that history, man. Way back in the day, I searched my name in a long-term girlfriend's G-chat log. I quickly found a chat of her and one of her friends discussing how stupid I was for not realizing she cheated over the summer and how sick of me she was. When you look for stuff, you gonna find it, bro. That if I don't initiate contact with my friends, they would never reach out to me or message me ever. Sometimes life get busy, big dog. Overheard my best friend being asked why they let me hang around them. The answer was, it was out of pity. Dang. My father never wanted me or the children. Actually told my mother that if she had me, he'd spend his life making both of us miserable. She was convinced that once he saw me, he'd change. She was very, very wrong. Yes. Women and men have different attachments to children, and I'm not saying men don't love their children, because they absolutely do, a lot of them, but if a dude say he don't want a child, believe him. Women, we warm up to like me, I never wanted kids, and my son laughed when he asked me, like, how many kids did I want, and I'm like, I never wanted kids because I'm the oldest. Now, I love my kids, but I never wanted them. Not, you know what I mean. But, like, I got my tubes tied after my youngest boy because I only had two because I don't enjoy being pregnant. I love my boys, but yeah, pregnancy is not fun and everything that comes with it. And being a parent, if you take that job serious, it's hard. So that's why I stopped at 2. But, you know, my son, he's 27 now. So when he asked me that, he's always shocked when I'm like, I didn't want kids. But I'm the oldest. So I have, like, siblings up under me. So I've always been, like, responsible for kids since I'm, like, freaking 5 years old. So I didn't really want kids. It's a miracle I had them. I mean, I know how that works to have kids. But if I can go do it again, I'd still have my boys. Unless they like Men in Black me and wiped in my memory, but the way life works, I probably still have them. But I don't enjoy being pregnant. Pregnancy is very scary, and yeah, so that's what I meant by that. But women do eventually warm up to kids sometimes. Obviously, there's a lot of mothers that take their kids out. But dudes, if they don't want a kid, they not, most of the time, not warming up to that kid. Because they didn't carry that kid for 9 months. My sister and I are adopted. One day our adoptive father decides I took too long in the shower and went full ballistic rage about how you and your sister are useless. Go back where you came from, dang. People will treat you better when you have money. Oh, yeah. Are you saying you wish you didn't know that? No, that's something you want to know. So you can know to steer clear away. What is is the worst first message to send to a potential date? That I ran out of gas or I need gas money. I remember a guy that was going to date with me told me he ran out of gas on the way. Never talk to the dude again. Because as a man, how you don't keep your tank full? Like, that's red flag number one, bro. How? And then you had no money for the gas, but you going on a date? Yeah, no. No. Let's see. You don't live within 500 meters of a school, do you? Are you awkward in person, or you just are you awkward in person as you were online? I was set up on a blind date once, blind in that we never met, but our mutual friend showed us pictures. After we agreed to meet, this guy texted, your skin looks like milk, the lactose intolerant, but I still find you very attractive. He said, I'm a lactose intolerant, but I still find you attractive. I replied with something like, haha. He said, I'm serious. We only have had the one date. Maybe he don't even like the sight of milk. One I actually got, you seem fertile. Don't worry, I'm not a creep or a stalker. My therapist doesn't think I'm ready for this, but I'm willing to. If you are... You might want to get yourself tested, followed immediately by sorry sent you that in error. That's why y'all should just be getting tested, period, up front. I think we'll have such a long, happy marriage. I thought it would save time if I named our children now. Are you interested in subscribing to my OnlyFans? Please don't bring your phone. I don't want you to call the cops like the others did. Hopefully that was a joke. I had to tell my date to delay our meeting for an hour because I clogged my toilet and it overflowed. Swear we are married now. Dudes don't mind if you take a deuce. I hope your affairs are in order. You have really nice feet. Are those Greek? You look just like my ex. What's your bra size? You're not gonna wear that, are you? Can I borrow $50? I have explosive diarrhea. See you in 5. When you're now in a relationship, I will send you a list of the rules you're required to follow. Hey, at least they're getting it over with. Alright, y'all, let's get into this story time. The beginning of the game because she said put a finger down. And she got pretty messed up, but the comments were crazy, y'all. She said, take this down before she come back for round 2. I'm sorry, please tag me in the update. Somebody said she peeled her muffin cap back black and blue. Somebody said, did he help? Somebody said she was fighting like she was the main chick. Somebody said, friend, did you fight the Powerpuff Girls? Somebody said, put a finger down, baby. You need to put your foot down. Somebody told her, put a finger down and call 911. Yeah, she just got, she went through it, y'all.
But aren't the pimps supposed to be somewhere close by where they're watching to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing? If they a Mexican pimp? Oh, so black pimps don't do that? Girl, there we have another green moment. I know, I gotta know. Okay, so do you think gorillas pimps? It's a metaphor. Gorilla is the type of pimping. Gorilla pimping, then there's Mexican pimping, there's finesse pimping. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But just because I'm saying it's gorilla pimping don't mean he's a gorilla pimping. No, I know that part. And when I say Mexican pimping, you guys, I love Mexicans. I have a baby by one. You know, it doesn't mean like you're talking about a Mexican. Okay, that's what I was. You know what I'm saying? When saying Mexican pimping, it's like you watching the bitch, you breaking her for every, trap she makes, first money she makes, you just breaking her, not letting her stack it up like palm trees. You're not letting her stack it up before you break her for it. You checking her for every little money. Like if she in a strip club, she'd get a dance for $20, you breaking her for that. You inside the strip club watching her with every dance, or you in the host room Okay. This big over here with a sombrero on, a goddamn burrito, and a poncho. He doing some serious Mexican pimping. You know, and Kenny Red was never that. You know, my first folks was never that. I stacked my money up. If it was a lot, I'll make a phone call, come get this money. Yeah. It's hurting my feet, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to put it in the bottom of my stocking, in the bottom of my heels. So my feet start hurting. I'll be like, come get this knot.
How much the most you ever had to put in your damn shoe, Martina?
1,000, it start hurting.
You getting taller and taller.
Yeah. It be hurting. You got to break it down and put it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it depends on if it's hundreds or if it's 20s or, you know, 10s or 5s. You know, bitch be putting that money up under their stocking. Well, in the 80s and 90s, we would wear stockings and put the money at the bottom of, you know, our foot and put our shoe on. Because you have to shake a bitch and shake up. You can't even get that. Right. You ain't going to get nothing out of a bitch when they put that money in that stocking. Wow. And then we would cut the holes out the stocking in the, you know, middle part so we can have that easy access today. Yeah. But I independent.
Child, she said a lot. First, she was like, first you're having a green moment. Ma'am, I don't know all the different styles of pimping. I don't even know how to interview a lady of the night. Where do you start off with? I would actually want to know about the whole bath. I'm very intrigued by that. I mean, but Mexican pimping, that's new on me. My husband's Mexican, and he been ever. Anyway.
Even during hurricane season, ain't nobody, and I mean nobody, is buying Dasani. Even
like Dasani, how do y'all still make water at this point? And I think Dasani's made by Coca-Cola, but Dasani, nobody got love for Dasani.
4B movement. I'll just never be done being proud of your generation and doing what we should have done. I've always said it like this. I lived my life like a man. Got my own place. Date who I want, when I want, go on vacation, do this, do that. No kids, no responsibilities of kids, no daycare, no bullshit. No baby mama, no baby daddy. Do it. I'm 61 years old. Here you go. Here's that, I'm going to die alone with cats lady. Actually, I've got them falling out of my pockets. And a boyfriend. You're welcome.
She said she living her best life. The 4B movement, I forget what it is. It's kind of like decentering men or whatever. I need my man, y'all. I'm not doing manual labor. I need my husband. I mean, my husband's way more than just manual labor, but I'm just saying, we need men around. Like, if somebody, you know, me and my husband had this discussion the other night. Like, if something goes bump in the night, like, I'm like, he going down there. Wait, no. Like, I need my husband. I'm sorry.
Because if I don't overcome it, you don't overcome me. Because if I don't open my eyes, how will I see? Because if I don't speak, how will I be heard? Because if I don't make peace with it, I'll be at war with it. Because if I never fall, how will the seasons change? She's been. Because if I don't push back, I'll never take flight.
Yo, they crack me up coming up with these, but this little fake, this reminds you of Jada Pinkett's, like, red table talk. So every time they thought they had said something, they'd be like, It's too funny.
Put a finger down while you've been in the military, you got pregnant at 19, and you got married, and a week after your daughter was born, your husband got deployed, so your grandma came to stay with you to help you, and while your grandma was here, your mother-in-law and grandpa-in-law, your husband's grandpa, came to visit, and while your grandpa-in-law was here, he was staring at your grandma the whole time, and then after they left, your grandpa-in-law told your mother-in-law that he thought your grandma was cute, and so then he got your grandma's number, and him and your grandma were talking, and you thinking that they're just being friends, you're not taking anything seriously, then he wants to do the aunt-to-aunt, and you know that your grandma's not going to do the aunt-to-aunt unless she's married, so he asks to marry her, and at first she's like, I don't know, and then eventually she wants to get married, so then she says yes to him getting married, and now July 6th of 2024, they got married, and now you and your husband are step cousins.
I thought this was so funny because true story, like my ex-husband's mother came to visit after I had my first son. My ex-husband's mother came to visit us where we lived, and so my grandpa was living at with my mom at the time. And so my grandpa was a huge flirt. And I already knew what time it was. I knew when my mother-in-law came there, he was going to be all over her. And I told her, I said, do not, like, literally don't be nice to my grandpa. Like, don't even flash him a smile. Because the man, I know the man. Like, he just can't resist. And mind you, my mother-in-law was married, but he didn't care. These old men, when they decide they want something, honey, they going for it. So, needless to say, he literally, like, called my mom at work, and he was like, he wanted to take my mother-in-law to a hotel. And my mom was, like, so mad and embarrassed. And I literally warned that lady, do not flirt with my grandpa. And I know flirt, like, you can't even, some men, you just literally can't smile or crack, because they gonna think you want him. Like, my grandpa, like, this could have been my life. Literally, my grandpa could have married my mother-in-law, honestly. So, although this story seems outlandish, it almost seems like something that almost happened to me.
How old are you now?
I'm 57.
If you were to go back in time and have a conversation with your 20-year-old self, what is the best advice that you would tell to your younger self?
You got a moment?
Yes, sir.
Let me show you something, all right? See this strip here? This strip here is from 1 to 100. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now, the average female lives age 81. Average male age 75. So I'm going to put my finger here on 75. And I'm going to tear it. I will probably never see this part of life. If I do, it'll be a blessing. If I don't, I'm not going to be as ambulatory. I can't dunk a basketball then. Give it the same quality of life. All right? Now, I look real young. You may think I'm about 25. I'm 57. So I put my thumb here on 57. And I'm going to tear it. I'll never see this part of life again. So this part of the ribbon here is all I got left. And maybe your ribbon is a little longer. But you can have one bad sickness. And the quality of the ribbon ain't the same. What you got left is what you got left. Live each day as a life in miniature. Live it on steroids. And wake up with gratitude. Thank God I got today. Is a vote of God saying this is for you. Live it like you dream.
How old are you now?
Thank you, Lord. That was some good advice, y'all. Maybe that's why my grandpa went for the mother-in-law. He's like, I ain't got that much time left. I might as well get in where I fit in. No, my grandpa really been like that his whole life, though. But that was some good advice, y'all. You know, that's why they say, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be exceedingly glad in it, y'all. We have to remind ourselves every day is a gift. I know I have to remind myself every day, too.
I've been in the house all day binge watching movies, so I was watching Soul Food, and I got to the part where Cousin Faith was, Terry's husband. So it inspired me to get up here and tell my story about my cousin Faith, because I know everybody got a cousin Faith around, regardless if it's a friend, a sister, a cousin, a niece, or whoever. So I got a niece that's the same age as me. Oh, before I start telling my story too, with my last story time about Running Center, y'all say that I'm long-winded, I got ADHD, I tell 10,000 mini stories in one story. You have to tell certain details of a story so people can understand the story. Without the details, that's like a pie with no filling. So back to the story. I got a niece that's the same age as me or whatever. So she was dating this guy at the time or whatever. He was a younger guy. He was younger than her, but together they had like 4 or 5 kids or whatever. His brother had ended up getting into some trouble. Somebody had came and boom, pew, pew, at the house or whatever. I can't remember if they moved out because they feared for their lives or if the landlord ended up putting them out. All I know is they had to move. So they were staying in hotels or whatever. With them staying in hotels, they they kept applying for cribs, but they kept getting denied. So each night, their money is getting lower and lower. I was dating a guy who owned properties or whatever. So I ended up asking my friend or whatever, could he rent a place to them? My niece was like, can you please ask them? I asked him. At first he was like, no, he didn't want to rent a place to them. He don't want to rent the family, all of that or whatever. So I let them stay at my house for a few nights because I was never really home for real. I was always staying at my man's house. But you know, after a while go on, I'm going to come home. So I really needed them to find a place. 2 nights with them being into the townhouse, her boyfriend ends up going to jail. When he go to jail, I think he was in jail for like 2 weeks or whatever, he ends up getting a bond. When he got out, she was already wanted. So she ended up going to jail like literally right after he got out. She sat in jail for probably like, I think like 6 to 8 months, something like that. The whole time she was in jail, he had women in and out of the house, in and out of the house. One day somebody calls me or whatever. This is how I end up finding out. Somebody ended up calling me and was like, go look at such live on Facebook. So the girl was up there on live drinking a Capri Sun and eating fruit snacks in her bed. And she was like, yeah, I'm in this big bed, eating her kids' fruit snacks, drinking their Capri Suns. Then the other girl got up there and was like, yeah, we just made us another baby in that bed. This is one of his previous baby mamas. He got her pregnant in the house. So, you know, my niece is in jail, like, going through it, like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this to me. So, mind you, he had ended up getting sentenced to some time for when he had went to jail and got out on bond. He got sentenced to some time, but he explained to the judge that he was a full-time daddy and that my niece was in jail or whatever. So the judge was nice enough to tell him, like, look, you can, once y'all figure out her time, we can figure out a time when you can come turn yourself in. So once she got sentenced, the judge set it up so that when she come home, he goes in. So when she got out, he had 2 weeks to turn himself in. So I'm telling my niece, like, yeah, you got a dog walk him when he get out. You know, he did you dirty, whatever. She ends up doing a cookout for him for going away. That's what I thought the cookout was for. So I end up going out there to the cookout or whatever, to see him away. Hey, go do your 2 years in jail. Then it's her turn to have people in the crib. So somebody ends up calling, was like, yeah, I see you was at the wedding reception. I'm like, what wedding reception? They like, yeah, your niece had a wedding reception. I said, girl, that was a going away cookout. They said no. That was their celebration because they went down there to the Justice of the Peace and got married. So I called her. I'm like, you married him? You married him? At first she was lying about it. Then she ended up admitting, yes, she did marry him, which I thought was the most stupidest thing ever. So I had kind of fell back from her a little bit. I really wasn't talking to her like that. On top of that, she needed to focus because now the person who pays the bills is going to jail, and then you got a background, so it's not just that easy for you to get out here and get a job like that. So now she got to try to figure out how she gonna pay the bills. I don't want to make the video too long because then it's gonna take too long to
I knew she was gonna do that when she said that people said that she got ADHD, and I'm gonna remember Raven Simone Dixon. I'm never watching another one of your videos. You played in my face with this mess.
If your name is Jessica.
Actually, let me go back and unlike this. Disgusting.
If your name is Jessica and you live in Memphis and you just got engaged on the 4th of July, your man is trifling.
I had already blocked him like 2 weeks ago, but he kept texting me, so I texted back, and I'm curious and nosy. So I believe that people will always tell on themselves, so he absolutely did.
On Friday, he hit me up, asked me if I had blocked him on social media, which I did because I realized he was toxic. But like I said, I wanted to see where this was going to go. So if you're finally marrying the love of your life, then why would you care if I blocked you or not? Was it because you were trying to block me or make sure I didn't see this post? I'm pretty sure that that was the reason. And see, this was us out on a date. And I will say this, Miss Jessica, you are far too pretty. Like, you are beautiful. You are a gorgeous girl. I don't think that you deserve to be treated like that, nor does any other woman. So I don't know if you're still going to plan on getting married to this.
We was sitting at the table. Remember, we was sitting at the table. And then afterwards. It was your
Man, but you can definitely.
I was trying to see a response. I don't see it, y'all. Let me see the comments. Yeah, don't see it.
Hey, what's up, TikTok? Alright, so I am here to bring you guys the story on Bourbon Street. This video is strictly for awareness. Be aware of the shot girls. Okay? So, we were walking down Bourbon, maybe like around 10 or 11 o'clock at night. I was already drunk, drinking. I had my little smaller bottles of whatever. I did not need any alcohol. Girl must have noticed me and him walking and just shoved it down my throat. Just shoved it down my throat. By the time she shoved it down my throat, she tried to shove two down my husband's throat as well. And he was like, no, I'm okay. She was like, take the shot, take the shot. He was like, nah, I do tequila. I don't know what you got in there. I ain't drinking that. I was like, he said no. So how much is it? How much was my shot? She was like, oh, $30. I was going to make it 25 if you would have drunk the other two. And I'm like, what you mean you going to make it lesser if you drunk 4 of your drinks versus just the 2? I only have $2. That's all you get. You can't get nothing else. I don't have nothing else. So I guess that's when Shawty started feeling like, oh, they ain't finna get over on me. They finna pay me my money. So she was like, go on your bag, go on your phone, do whatever you gotta do, and I want my money. So give me my money. You ain't going nowhere. We from New Orleans. We kill people around here. And I guess throughout that conversation, she was telling my husband, I'm Haitian, you Jamaican. He's like, I don't give a fuck if you Haitian or whatever. I'm Jamaican. That ain't got nothing to do with the situation. You just shoved it down my girl's throat. I'm not paying you no $30, for 2 shots. I don't even know what you gave her. So now, hands and stuff are being thrown, like, well, pushed. Like, I'm seeing him and I'm seeing her, but I only intervened when I got ready to look at her, and she was, like, pushing up on him. But she was telling him, don't put her hands on him. No, don't put your hands on me, to him. But I didn't see him hit her. So next thing you know, she started acting like she was getting beefy. So I'm like, but what I'm telling you right now, take your money and go on about your business, because you ain't getting nothing else, And then like she tried to act like she was taking my whip bag off. And now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to whip this whole ass. I'm gonna have to put these hands on this hoe. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? So my husband was there. Of course I wasn't worried about it, but while it was getting ready to go down, like 7 other girls ran out of the cut, y'all. Like, that's the story. 7 other girls had their eyes on, so it must be a business, an organization, something. 7 girls came out. I don't know this girl, but she had to be like one of the head honchos of the group, because she came and put that shit to rest. Like, 1, 2, 3, nada, it's gone. And so her, take the motherfucking money and go on about your business. Take the money. Or whatever. And then she asked me what happened. I started telling her, I'm like, your girl tripping, bro. She on some fuck shit right now. She think a bitch finna go in a bank account and give her some motherfucking money. Bitch told her that's all we got. She gonna take it, or she ain't gonna take it at all. Long story short, she took the money. And me and the girl, you know what I'm saying, had a little said some shit to each other, whatever, based on the situation that was occurring. And we hit the fuck out. But if I would have had to fight that hoe, it would have just been a messy situation, because I got a lot to lose, and I did not come down here for none of that. So with that being said, y'all be aware and be careful on Bourbon Street. Do not allow someone to walk up. I don't give a how much fun you're having, how many drinks you done already had. Be aware. Pay attention. And not only that, but y'all, my throat has been bothering me ever since.
Child. I'm not with that anyway, people coming in forcing. The only time that's ever happened is like if I was on an all-inclusive resort and all the drinks are free, so. Yeah, y'all be careful, y'all beware. I'm gonna beware of these long-winded storytellers. Raven Simone, I got your number. I be Xing these people off, because I can't stand when they do that, try to elongate and extend their videos to 27 parts. I'm not doing it. We not here for that. Listen, y'all, I'll be back for y'all tomorrow. Y'all stay blessed. And remember, enjoy your day. Make the best of it, because we only got so much time, y'all. Stay up.